I was born in 1931, raised on a tobacco farm in Harnett County. It was a different world back then. My Aunt Dora, she had the most beautiful yard with all kinds of daffodils, and that was the joy of my life to get to go to Aunt Dora's and maybe bring a root home to see if I could make it grow like she did. That's what really introduced me to the flower world. I had no idea what I would do when I was a young girl. I finished high school in '51 and went to Washington, D.C. and worked with the FBI for a few years. Mom got sick, so I came home to help look after her. And after that, I got married and we moved to Raleigh and started working and started our family, and they bought this 18 acres in an old farmhouse that had no water and no heat except for fireplaces. We had to borrow money, of course, to pay for the land, and I had a great big garden. I thought, well, let me see if I can sell. I had some beautiful geraniums and things that I had borrowed cuttings from a neighbor. So I went to a friend at a grocery store to see if he would be interested in showing my geraniums, and that was our first customer. Women back those days weren't working. They were home raising families. They weren't owning their own business or starting businesses. Taking care of the business here and looking after it was so demanding that I almost put my business before my children at that stage, and I have felt very guilty about that. It was a difficult time. Growing a family and growing plants is such a comparison because it takes tender love and care to take care of a plant as well as children and grandchildren. Soon after we expanded, we had a drought and we almost lost everything that we had. In 2008, when the recession hit so bad, that was also another struggle for us as a business. There were many times I was afraid back in the earlier days that I wasn't going to get through it. I think working with plants has helped me to get through the rough times, to see God's creation and God's beauty and what He does every day in all of our lives that we take so for granted with nature. We didn't have electricity when I was growing up till I was 15, but I still see the same plants and God's beauty today that I saw back then. The world has changed in so many ways, but you can always find a beautiful geranium or something that takes you back